This is Talk of the Town, a weekly program featuring community events happening in and around Northeast Michigan, with your host, Nancy Smitham, and get the latest from Alpena Community College with Dr. Don McMaster. And now, today's Talk of the Town.
Good morning and welcome to Talk of the Town. I'm Nancy Smitham. My first guest today is Pastor John Shipman from St. Paul Lutheran Church right here in Alpena. Good morning, Pastor.
Good morning, Nancy.
Thanks for being here today.
I'm rejoicing to have the opportunity.
Well, thank you. I knew you'd say something good like that. But today we want to talk about St. Paul's Lutheran Church 150th anniversary celebration coming up very soon.
Right. Well, the 150th anniversary was set to be a whole year of celebration, but because of COVID, there's been a change. So our first celebration happened on Memorial Day weekend when we honored the veterans who have served at St. Paul and who are serving here. And certainly we celebrated by dedicating a plaque honoring those who had given their life in service. So if you go on our Facebook page, you'll see that those photos and the people who have gathered. We honored not only those who served, but those who supported those who served. It was a wonderful celebration, and our celebration also will be a block party on June 20th, where we're going to block off Murray Street, and we'll have a petting zoo, and we'll have things for children, we'll have balloons, we'll have opportunities for food and just to celebrate in the community, and you're all welcome to come. It'll be from 1 to 4. On that weekend, we'll also have a T-shirt Sunday. We have T-shirts printed that say 150th anniversary. For that weekend, for all the worship services, we're inviting people just to wear their T-shirt and celebrate the unity that comes in dressing the same.
And you know, Pastor, thinking about the 150th anniversary, that's a lot of history for a church in a community the size of ours.
It certainly is. 150 years, it spanned generation after generation. In the 1800s, late 1800s, we began. And a pastor came and he set in his mind that we could do great things in Jesus' name. And from that, we've continued on. There's some good and bad points, highs and lows. Certainly the church burning in 1920s. And then in 1924, us rising like a phoenix from the ashes, and again continuing in ministry and ministering, growing so much in the 60s that we built an educational wing. And then from there, of course, we had the Interfaith Amigos that came several years ago to talk about how we as a community can be together in our faith, understanding Muslims, Jewish, and Christians. And then now our church is on an upswing with all of the ministries going on, service ministries, outreach ministries, community building ministries for men and women throughout Alpena. Men, women, service everywhere, helping people, yeah.
And I'm very proud of that for our church, and we want people to know that you don't have to be a Lutheran to attend our church or to have any of the outreach services.
That's exactly right. We have a Dinner on a Doorknob, which has been active before my arrival. It reaches out and helps in the community. But now we have gratitude luncheons that we go out and say thank you. Thank you to agencies who are making a difference. We've been to the state police and to the sheriffs. We've been all over saying thank you, because rarely do people get thanked for what they do in our community.
Very true.
Also helping and giving things to the school. Our church is an advocate for all of those things, helping bringing clothing and school supplies to all the schools. And again, another way to just say thank you to them and their service and sacrifice.
All right, so back to the 150th anniversary celebration. The actual day we're going to celebrate is Sunday,
July 18th.
July 18th. What's going to be happening that day?
There'll be one service. We've invited pastors and daughters and sons of the church to come. That means, for people who don't know, people who grew up in the church and who became pastors, those are daughters and sons of the church. So we've invited them to come back and be a part of the celebration, as well as many pastors. Currently we have 5 pastors who agreed, one who is in the training to be a pastor, so there's 6. It's amazing. So they're going to be a part of that service. Again, just one service at 9 o'clock that day. After that,
I have goosebumps.
amen. And then we will have a meal with the pastors, and we will set up the pastors in various places around the church so people can come and have conversation, remember what they did to help their faith journey. And again, just a time of celebration and community. Following that, we'll have a walk through time with fashion, and we have people who have a fashion show, if you will. And then we'll have music going on outside throughout this, and then we'll have a play that will have both biblical characters and characters of the church interacting and celebrating 150 years. It will be a tremendous event, and I invite you all to be there. Truly, come and celebrate with us. Also, it's a time of healing. We went through a division back in 2008, and that division has wounded some people.
It has.
And so this would be a time of healing, to remember not the things that separate us, but those things that unite us. And that is a significant part of ministry, at least my ministry vision.
Okay, so we'll recap. June 20th, block party, 1 to 4, cotton candy, hot dogs, drinks, petting zoo, fun stuff for kids, bubbles, music. We have house calls coming. Dr. Weeks and Dr. Larkin are coming.
Yes.
Going to be a fun day. Please join us. Bring your own chairs.
Right.
Have to add that. Then Sunday, June 18th, July 18th
yep.
will be our celebration. Please come, 9 o'clock in the morning. Everything starts and it continues throughout the day. Non-denominational. Please come and join us as we celebrate our 150th anniversary
Of being here in Alpena and making a difference in Jesus' name. Yep.
Yes. All right. What time are the services normally at St. Paul Lutheran?
It's important to recognize there are a variety of services. We have it at 5:30 on Saturday night, and that is a traditional service with the piano. And again, a little more laid back, people dressing not necessarily in suits and whatever, but rather more casual. Then we have a 9 o'clock service that is a liturgical service, again, high church vision. And then we have a contemporary service, and that contemporary service is a service that, well, I celebrate them all, but contemporary service is for our younger people. And again, using videos, music videos, and music from the 21st century to inspire folks and to help them to see good things. Also, during that service, we minister with the children, and then we invite them to go to children's church so the parents can listen to the sermon uninterrupted.
And that's at 10:30 every Sunday?
Every Sunday.
Okay, so best way to find out everything going on is check out St. Paul Lutheran Church Facebook page.
And our website, yes.
And the website. Okay, thank you so much for being here. We're out of time, and looking forward to all the great things happening for the celebration.
Again, it was a celebration being here with you.
Thank you. I'll be right back following these messages. Hi, welcome back. My last guest today is Chris Witulski from Besser Museum. Hi, Chris.
Good morning, Nancy.
I know you're so busy, so I'm just going to say, start us out, Chris.
Yes. Well, it's all about the art. You know, we're talking about having an art revival at the museum.
Right.
And that has to do with getting collections from our permanent, like pieces out of our permanent collection. And so the exhibit opened on Saturday, and it will go through December, but we also still feature local artists. So one of the first things I wanted to tell you about was the Northeast Michigan Artists Guild. They always exhibit, and I don't even know how many people they have in their club, their guild, but they do such great artwork and a variety of artwork. And we started a few years ago of allowing them to have a really big art sale at the museum during their exhibit. So that will open this weekend also.
Okay.
And it will go on through July. So if you're looking for that unique piece, something
One of
special,
a kind, add to your collection,
Yes.
you know, something you can't find anywhere else, yes.
Yes, it will be on sale at the Besser Museum.
Yay.
Yes, and they're so kind, they give us a portion of the sale. So just to help us out, but then also help their guild out. And so yeah, come on in, that will be going on, like I said, through July. Bruno Herzl is still on exhibit for a while. And then we have our brand new art gallery open, which we are so proud to share with the community. So I believe I told you the last time I was here that most of that art in our permanent collection came in during the early 70s and the 70s and 80s, some in the 90s, and just to be able to get it out.
Yes.
And I am not an art historian, I am an art appreciator. And so working with Brian Shorn,
Yes.
he curated this for us, and there's 28 pieces in this exhibit, but we have a series, a 3 exhibit series, I guess you want to call it, to showcase the modern art and to really educate people on what modern art is all about. So this one is at the height of modern art and will go through December of 2021. Then in 22, we will have postmodern art.
Ooh.
And kind of talking about what the movement was and what influenced, you know, that transition into modern art. And then in 2023, we will have after modern art and how the modern art movement influenced your contemporary artist of today. And so I went in last night because I was on vacation. So I just get back to the museum and I go in to check out the work that Brian was doing, because one of the things that I said is, you know, I want individuals like myself, when I'm looking at a piece of art, I want to understand what it is I'm looking at.
Yes.
And
Especially modern art.
yes, and why it's important to the modern art movement. So the way he developed his labels is fascinating, because you are going to read who the artist is, and then you're going to read what it is you're looking at, what you're seeing in this sometimes confusing piece of art, and then why it was important to the modern art movement. And I can tell you, as a viewer, as a tourist in my own gallery there, it was just so enlightening, Nancy. You are going to love it. I just felt like I could look at that piece of art and truly appreciate and understand
I can't wait.
what I was looking at. So Brian just nailed what the Besser Museum was going for, to really truly showcase the art in an educational way that really brings everybody up to that level of appreciating art.
Ooh, I'm excited to see it all together. Now back to the Artists Guild sale again. Will it? What different?
Mediums?
Yes, thank you.
So it's mostly, I would say, watercolor, mixed medium, acrylic.
Okay.
I didn't see a lot of oil. Just landscapes, maybe some florals,
Okay.
Some abstract. They do a little bit of everything. So each of the members, you know, just have a representation in the art
Good.
sale. So it's a beautiful exhibit, and then doing the art sale actually adds to their annual exhibit, because they bring in more pieces of art to
Sure.
look at.
Perfect.
So, really
okay, what
exciting.
else is on your list?
So we added another exhibit, a favorite, which is old Alpena photos. So every year that we put that up in the front gallery, our guests just love it. And it tells really the history and heritage of Alpena, starting in the early 1880s, 1890s, early 1900s. And it's a chronological exhibit of photos. And so it has been down for a while, but with the Wilson Gallery being redone, we started looking at other spaces that needed to be a little cleaned up, freshened up. And so we found a space for this, and we're putting it up actually, it will be this weekend, again, just first time out in a couple years. So a nice addition. It will lead viewers down the hallway into the Avenue of Shops.
Ooh,
so it's
perfect.
just a perfect addition to that. And I believe I mentioned also that this year, with just all the confusion of limited capacity, are we going to be able to host, you know, outdoor events, indoor events, what's going on? We opted to go with a virtual log cabin day.
Okay.
So people can go online. We will launch it the same day, the last Saturday in June.
Okay.
And Amanda Kachurik, our education coordinator, will have all kinds of activities that the whole family can enjoy
Oh, perfect.
right on our website. So activities that you can do at home. And then we're hopeful next year, or actually in the fall of October, we can do Fall Harvest, Fossil
Yes.
Fest, and have our buildings open again and host people out in the backyard. And
Perfect.
yeah. And our planetarium
I
is
was gonna
still
say,
open.
what about planetarium?
Yeah. Jonathan Winkowski, our planetarium coordinator, is still presenting shows. That's Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
Okay.
There are a couple different time slots, so you'll want to check out our website.
Okay.
And he's got a couple events, I believe, stargazing outdoor for the summer
Ooh,
that he's
yay.
working on. And check out our YouTube channel. You can access it right on our website, from our website, But Jonathan has been producing just little educational YouTube presentations, and they're quite informative. They're a lot of fun. And so if you are into astronomy or want to know more about what you're seeing in the night sky, check out his YouTube videos. They're a lot of fun.
Well, I'm looking forward to it, and because we're a dark sky preserve, we have a rare opportunity to see everything, and with Jonathan's coaching, and we know what to look for and what we're actually seeing. Just like with the abstract art, it'll be, or the modern art, it'll be wonderful to know what I'm actually looking at.
Oh, you're going to love it. I wouldn't be so talkative about it, except for I am so excited. I'm so thrilled to get this artwork out that, like I said, past board members really were the encouragement of bringing this into the collection. You know, we're art, history, science, which is what Jesse Besser wanted when he first founded the museum, is bringing experiences to Northeast Michigan that some people might not have had an opportunity otherwise to experience. And it's all right there under the roof of the Besser Museum, art, history, and science.
And you do a wonderful job bringing that all together. We're out of town. No, we're not out of town, but we are out of time.
Please come to town.
Thank you so much. I look forward to talking to you next month.
Thanks, Nancy.
Take care. Please stay tuned for Dr. Don McMaster following these messages.
Good morning. I am Jay Walterwright, Director of Public Information and Marketing for Alpena Community College, and this is the ACC portion of Talk of the Town. Thank you for joining us. And Mike Colleen, Director of Admissions for ACC, thank you for joining me on short notice. I very much appreciate that.
Not a problem, Jay. It's always fun to come in and talk about what's going on.
And there is a lot going on, even though it feels like summer outside. So let's talk about Michigan Reconnect first. That's a hot program right now, and I think there's a lot of people out there who could benefit from it. So why don't you talk a little bit about that?
Well, you know, yeah, a lot of people may not even know what it is. What is Reconnect? So that was a program that the state of Michigan launched, boy, I want to say early February is when it launched on their website to sort of get students reconnected back into college, or even maybe just connected. There are some criteria. If you're 25 years of age or older, do not have any type of high school or college degree, and have lived in Michigan for at least 1 year. Those are the requirements. You are eligible for some free college money. Now, it may not pay for everything because it's designed to pay for in-district tuition. So for those folks who live in Alpena County or the Alpena Community College Tax District, they're going to get the opportunity to almost go to school for free. Folks in Hillman or Rogers City, Alcona, Atlanta, who may be watching us today, they're going to get a significant reduction in cost because it's going to cover about 2/3, almost 70% of their tuition. So great program. There, you've got to apply for admission to the college, and the application is free right on our website, alpenacc.edu. You've got to do the Reconnect application, which is at the michigan.gov website.
Right, Michigan, yeah.
And then you've got to do the application for financial aid, the FAFSA. Now, there's a really nice link off our website that gives you all those steps and links to every one of those things we just talked about. So if you're 25 years of age or older, do not have any type of college degree, and have lived in Michigan for at least 1 year, you're eligible for some free college money to maybe get going or get reconnected what you want to be doing.
That's wonderful. You know, we hear so many stories of people who graduate from high school and they work some jobs and they experiment with, you know, things like that. And at a certain point, they realize that they need more education to be able to move up, to get a better job, to earn more money, and they come back and the college is happy to take them and help them find more resources and more career options.
Absolutely. I mean, I say all the time, coming out of high school, there's so many high schools in the area right now are either finishing school, graduations, commencement ceremonies are going on this weekend, last weekend, and so forth. That's exciting times. But a lot of students aren't necessarily ready to go to school. So think of it, if it was 6, 7, 8 years ago and now you're 25, 26, 27 and you didn't go to college, here's your opportunity. Here's a great opportunity. You're right, you may have lived life a little bit, worked, got some experience. Now they sort of have more focus and direction. ACC has a number of those 1- and 2-year programs that may be right up their alley to get those valuable employability skills, make a little more money out there and have some more stability.
Great. So, it being June now, everybody's thinking about summer and thinking about warmer temperatures and maybe even the beach. But we should probably also be thinking about the fall. I hate to say that. But so the college has some orientations and some other things going on over the summer to help people get into school. So why don't you talk about that a little
You
bit?
know, it's amazing how many people ask me over the summer, oh, Mike, how are you enjoying your summer vacation? Because they just think I'm off. But to be honest with you, the summer months are really busy for those of us in admissions, registration, financial aid, as people are preparing to be ready to go come fall, because classes start August 30th, the week of August 30th. So you're right, here we are in June, and we just talked about all those high school seniors graduating, whatever they may be doing, plans of going someplace doing things, but they got to be thinking about the fall. So next week, Tuesday and Wednesday, June 8th and 9th, we do have some new student orientations going on, and we require all of our new students to come in, sit down, go through one of my orientation sessions, and I have both virtual, online, or face-to-face sessions, whatever works for people. Then we're connecting with an academic advisor. They can see financial aid, get registered. I like to say it all in one stop. It's like one-stop shopping, orientation, advising, registration, financial aid in one day. Then you can go enjoy your summer. So in order to get registered for an orientation session, I would encourage them to call the college. Call on Monday, call on Tuesday, 356-9021. Just ask for the admissions office. That's the main college switchboard. And we'll get them all signed up for one of those sessions and get them ready to go. And if those days don't work, we have a couple days in July as well. I believe it's July 7th and 8th. And information is out there on our website. So get engaged, and we look forward to seeing you over the summer to prepare for the fall.
There you go. Don't wait. That's the message here. Is that it takes a little bit of time usually to go through some of the details. I've seen your orientations, and I know they're wonderful, so why wait for those? But thank you for those times.
Yeah, you know, and the big thing is registering early is important because class availability. If you are going to have some employment or something like that, you got to work around that. Registering early is best. And if you're looking for those online classes, boy, I can tell you a lot of our online options are already filling up. I think people got used to that online or remote version or format. It works for them. And if you have that structure and focus and discipline and can manage your time, that's a great option. We got all kinds of those available for you.
You know, that's a great point, Mark. We've also added some remote courses using our video conferencing system in the past year and a half. Can you talk real quickly about that?
We've been doing a lot of that with our area high schools, with our dual enrollment and early college students. But with the pandemic that we're just sort of moving through and coming to an end here, at least fingers crossed, we're going to be all set for the fall. We have these options where students could join classes remotely from home. So they can, as long as they got a computer, a good internet connection and a webcam, and access to the internet, as I mentioned, they can join their classes remotely. Now, not all classes are available that way, but there are a lot of good options. Now, the key with that is set day and meeting times, class attendance, class participation count. It's not a true online class where you can log in at midnight or on the weekends. You might be logging in on Mondays and Wednesdays from 10 to 11:30 for your class, just as if you were going face-to-face. And this may be helpful for people who maybe live a distance. Maybe you live out in Onaway. Maybe you're over in Atlanta or down in Harrisville. And this would make it easier to be able to do that rather than making that drive. So certainly an option, but register early. Remember, registration's next week.
That's right. Register early to get the best selection of courses. So we just have a few seconds left, but I wanted to talk about some openings in some of our programs. Nursing is one of those.
Absolutely. So our nursing program, many people know there's a lot of construction going on at the college in Van Laer Hall, and that's where we're sort of revitalizing, revamping, remodeling our building for our nursing program. So there's going to be some great options there. So there could be some LPNs out there right now who are current LPNs. You could jump into our RN program potentially this fall. So if you're interested, you're out there working, you're thinking, oh, gee, now's the time that I want to get my RN, give us a call because we're connected with Dr. Fournier over in the nursing department and let you know those options. But that could be a real good way for you to sort of continue that education and move up in your working career.
Yep, that's exactly right. Mike, thank you for joining us and for all that good information. Now I feel like I can enjoy my summer a little bit more now that I have a plan.
Absolutely.
And thank you for joining us. Once again, I am Jay Walterwright, Director of Public Information and Marketing for Alpena Community College, and this is Talk of the Town.
This has been Talk of the Town with your host, Nancy Smitham and Dr. Don McMaster. For a list of community events taking place in Northeast Michigan, please visit our website at wbkb11.com and click on our community link. This has been a Thunder Bay Broadcasting Corporation production.